Those who today in Talbot County say that this particular memorial will not be removed, I'm here to tell you it's just a matter of time.
It is a controversy that has been brewing on Maryland's Lower Eastern Shore for months, if not years, which came to a head this week. The question of what to do with a Confederate statue called the Talbot Boys, a monument to soldiers who sought to preserve slavery, situated squarely on the Talbot County Courthouse lawn on Maryland's Lower Eastern Shore. Last year, the Talbot County Council voted in secret to keep the statue after the county's NAACP chapter asked them to remove it. The group called the monument historically offensive and noted its proximity to the statue depicting Frederick Douglass, who fought to abolish slavery, that sits less than a dozen yards away. But the organization, in conjunction with the ACLU, filed a complaint with the state, arguing the closed-door meeting violated the law. And the State Open Meetings Board agreed, which is why advocates gathered on the courthouse lawn Tuesday, just prior to the council reconvening, this time in public to vote again. A peaceful demonstration of unity, unbroken by the anger of those who wish to keep the statue in place.
No one is attacking you. We're attacking what that stood for.
Our history and our culture are being attacked.
History and culture?
Yes.
No. I got you. I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna say this. I respect everyone's history.
That goes down to Indianapolis. Maryland State song becomes a tone thrown in the fire pit. That's what y'all want.
Brittany Shanahan, whose relative is memorialized on the monument, says they have little to do with the Civil War and should be removed.
These statues have a history. They started being put up in the early part of the 20th century when white supremacist groups wanted to maintain certain structures of oppression.
But her sentiments were not shared by the council, including Council President Corey Pack, who likened moving the statue to destroying Nazi death camps.
And it is surprising many concentration camp survivors spoke out the lights that the camp should not be removed, but remain as a living testimony to what was done here, lest the world forgets. The Talbot Boys statue, which turned 100 years old last month in May, is a monument to those 84 Americans who fought and died in armed conflict. Yet it is also a reminder of the dark pains of this nation's history. Like war, slavery has touched nearly every part of the globe since the beginning of civilization. It's nothing to be proud of or boast about, but the fact remains that humans have enslaved one another. But the Talbot Boys statue is not promoting slavery nor the values of the Confederacy. It's memorializing young men of Talbot County who fought in battle and died. The Talbot Boys statue is a part of the history of Talbot County, and removing it weakens that story.
And other council members who seemed concerned with preserving the county's legacy to overt racism, rather than acknowledging its bearing on the present. After the unanimous vote without comment from the public, tempers flared.
Shame on you! Corey Pack. It's not over.
Later, Talbot County NAACP President Richard Potter characterized the comparison to Nazi death camps bizarre.
I think he was looking for something to justify his reasoning. However, that wasn't the best example to use. We're dealing with a statue on a public and governmental property, and a concentration camp in Germany, I'm just taking it, is not on a governmental property. Mm-hmm. It's not at the courthouse, for sake. So, I mean, that example, or that analogy was a poor analogy to use.
But he and others vowed to fight on, a community that says they will continue to seek justice by removing symbols of the past to correct inequities of the present.
But for me, being a 17-year-old man with a lot of life left and a lot of things left to do, that doesn't mean that this is going to be over and that that statue will not be put in its proper place, in its respectful place.
So you're going to keep fighting for this?
Exactly. That's definitely my plan and my goal and my objective.
This is Taya Graham and Stephen Janis reporting for the Real News Network in Talbot County, Maryland.